For this module, we are going to be talking about characterization. And sometimes characterization is very strong, and sometimes it is very shallow. But a story will always have some type of characters in it. And perhaps the characters aren't even human. For example, if you look at Orwell's tale that is an allegory or a fable about communist Russia, Animal Farm, there are going to be animals in that, but they are still characters. Often I find that I enjoy a book or a novel much more deeply if the characterization is very rich and very deep and I feel like I know those characters. But sometimes authors deliberately do not let you get to know the characters for a reason. Now, ongoing through these modules and through the semester, only one, we will be referring back and forth between the elements and the stories and other types of literature that we are going to read. So when we get into theme, for example, we're going to talk about Shirley Jackson's story, The Lottery. And in that, I will ask specific questions about characterization and about setting. But I'm going to leave that story alone for right now and go back to the characterization. I am not going to go through step by step what I have already written or put in the PowerPoint on short story elements. But again, I want to reiterate, and I'm being redundant there when I say again, I want to reiterate, but forgive me, that characterization can often make or break a story. Now, when you read a story and the characterization is not so good, or perhaps you feel you don't know the characters, you must always ask yourself, why? Was it something deliberate on the part of the author, or is the author just incompetent and unable to draw those fully fleshed, interesting people that, again, we feel like we know? And that would be a part of a literary analysis. For example, if you were writing about characterization, and the analysis or the critique would be, yes, I think the author deliberately made the characters shallow for this reason, or I think the skills of the author were lacking and just were not able to give that portrayal. This carries over into other genres of literature as well. For example, have you ever seen a movie, especially B movies, where all the characters are stereotypes? Now, having said that, there is nothing new under the sun. And all characters, all plot lines, all of those types of things, I don't know that anybody can come up with anything new and original. So what is it then do we look for? We look for how the author treats those. And again, that goes back to movies and plays. And I'm sorry, I got a little bit off track there when I started talking about originality. If the characters are in B movies are stock characters, we're not going to enjoy the movie except as a thing to ridicule. If you ever watch Mystery Science Theater 3000, they do that all the time. So again, ask yourself those questions about characterization when you are reading or watching any type of literary piece. And think to yourself, what is this that appeals to you? I know what appeals to me. And again, strong characterization is one of them. I'm just repeating myself here, so I'm going to stop this and go on and talk about something else.